this is a video on my attempt at getting Rock Band to work on my PlayStation 5 using a Rock Band 3 Wii adapter. I've never done this before, but I was talking with a guy online on Reddit, and he recommended this. I can go through the email and the steps and everything, but figure I'd just videotape this because all I have in front of me are some pictures that don't really show too much information, so figure let's make a video out of it. So this is a product I found on Reddit actually while trying to just get a drum set or something figured out for PlayStation 5. It's by a guy named BookReader52. Basically, this is a MIDI kit adapter for PlayStation. Really neat. No roll limit. It's even got the Pro symbol support and everything. It should work on all Rock Band and drum compatible Guitar Hero games, PS3, PS4, PS5, which is exactly what I'm trying to do. So I wanted to buy this product for about $70. It's a pretty neat, adapter. But he said that he was going to take a while before he could actually get this sent out to me. So what he suggested instead is just using a Nintendo Wii MIDI Pro Adapter. Link the Reddit page here, and here it is. Rock Band. These actually get really expensive. PlayStation 3 is currently unavailable, but if you find it, they're very hard to find, but if you do find one, it's actually about like $200, $300 that people are selling these for. Meanwhile, the Nintendo Wii actually has a $30, so a lot cheaper. I'm gonna try this out. Again, there's not really much here for help other than a few pictures, so I figure I'll just take a video of my process and see how it goes. Okay, so all I have with me is a Rock Band 3 MPA adapter, screwdriver, and a mini tool set. I'm mostly just going to be using the tweezers from here, so let's see how that works out. Close, dang you. Yeah, okay. It's apparently a pretty simple setup, but you know what? It's better to do this, wait a few days for the Amazon package, and then crack this baby open. Yeah. Seriously? There we go. Oh, it's all one thing. Okay. Get out of here, plastic. Oh. Looks like it comes with some instructions too. Did not see that. I guess I got too excited. Stop. Do not return it. Okay. Something. Talk to Mad Cats. They made this product, so gotta thank them for this. Okay, cool. Basically, we're gonna take it apart using a somewhat small Phillips screwdriver and some tweezers. So I'm gonna flip it over. And you see a lot of screws here, so I'm going to be taking those out. Alright, this one is too big. A little big. Yep, sorry dude. Gotta use the small ones. Let's see. Let's try one of these. Good. Looks like there are only 2 screws here. Yeah, a little tight, but that makes sense. You know what though, screwdriver? You weren't useless. Come on, you can do it. There you go. And 1 and 2. So I won't be losing these guys. I think it's just the 2 screws. A couple rubber pads, you can remove them and there will be screws under them. Oh, I gotta remove these too. Okay. Silly me, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. Do I have anything that can help with this? I'm not using this pin for its intended purposes. Hey, oh hey, look at that. That worked. So I guess you might need like a pin or something too, unless you want to struggle. Or if you have long fingernails, that can also help. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, you can just poke a hole in it just like I did. I guess that also works. Oh shoot, lost that one. I'll get it later. Yeah, there we go. Cool, I got all 4 of them out. 1, 2, 3, and yeah. Yeah, definitely would recommend magnetic stuff to hold your screws. Definitely kept me from losing my stuff, and you know, folks like me, we have a hard time keeping track of our things. Okay. Looks to be about 6. There we go. There we go. Pops right off. Okay, cool. Okay, so for the next step here, we'll be converting it to PS3, PS4, and also PS5. Necessary bat 9491 gives a picture here of basically what the aftermath looks like. So they instruct here at the bottom of the PCB near the 3.3 volt. There's a couple of jumpers. There should be something called JP2. Take your tweezers out and pull it whilst turning slightly. This should pull it off. Now you can put the MPA back together and plug it into a PS3 or PS4. Of course, this may make your MPA not work at all if you damage the PCB. You should do this at your own risk. But if you can get it cheaper, it is. If you can get it to work, it is a cheaper solution to a raw limitless, which is what I was trying to buy earlier in the video. Recommend that over doing this if you can afford it, or if you can wait, which I don't want to wait. So I looked up what a JP2 is. JP, I guess, means jumper, and what a lot of times it's apparently used for is for setting an option, which I think makes perfect sense here, right? So we're removing this jumper, will basically set it between the Nintendo Wii and the PlayStation. So when we take it off, that means PlayStation. I believe it's this right here. You can, I'll post a picture in the B-roll as well, just so you can see that. Okay, yeah, it's a JP2, and you can see a little jumper here, right there. JP1 doesn't have a jumper, I think, so I'm just gonna pull this off real quick. Pull while turning slightly, so pull. Wait, this is not working. Yeah. Okay. Give me this. You know, it doesn't look like it's popped out. It just looks like it's just effed up, which is exactly what I've done. Should have done soldering iron. Okie doke, I finally got it off. That was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I had to switch to a different set of tweezers, but just a little piece of metal that basically connects the two parts of the circuit. I'll take a picture and put it in the B-roll. Okay, next up is putting it back together. Okie doke, let's just put this bad boy back together. Looks pretty clean. Just want to make sure there's no more metal. Okay, so this is the setup I have for Rock Band. I'll make a list of required materials in the description, but you're basically going to need the following. On top of your MIDI-compatible eDrum and your now hacked MIDI Pro Adapter, you'll need to have a 5-pin MIDI cable. And then if your drum is like mine and doesn't have a 5-pin MIDI out port, you'll also need a USB MIDI host box, and of course a USB to host cable. That cable, I'll show you right here, is also known as a USB A or USB type A to USB type B cable. This is the same cable that you use for your printer. I'll also provide a link for that, what that looks like, just in case your drum kit is like mine. Okay, so let's just go from a drum to PlayStation 5, just a quick overview. Let's assume your drum does not have a MIDI out port like mine does. So from your drum kit, you're going to connect it to power, of course, then connect from the USB host port to the USB host. If you have a USB host like mine, it's also going to need some power. So of course, here are your two cables that go to power. Then from there, you'll be using your 5-pin MIDI cable. Make sure you plug into your MIDI out port, and you just plug that straight into your MIDI in port for your MIDI Pro Adapter. From there, you just plug in the USB side into your PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4 or PS3 or whatever, and you should be good. It's really all there is to it, as long as you get all the right cables in. And I'll show pictures, of course, too, just for reference, and I might do a logical diagram. We'll see. Last thing, you're going to need to map the MIDI numbers from your instrument. This will look a bit different depending on each brand or drum kit, so I'll just link the Reddit thread on which numbers correspond to what. There are several guides you can use out there on how to configure these MIDI numbers, and your drum instruction manual can tell you how to map the numbers from each instrument to the corresponding number required for the MIDI Pro Adapter. We can just go over mine for reference, just in case you have a Simmons SD600 like I do. Just got to go to Utility, then press Edit up until you get to MIDI Note, and as you can see, mine is set to 38 for my snare drum. And if you go to the hi-hat, you can see here that it's set to 46. Both of these match up to documentation. Again, I'll send you the Reddit link. Tom 1 is set to 48. Tom 2 is set to 45. Tom 3 is set to 41. Crash 1 is set to 49. And the ride is set to 51. So, there you go. Oh, almost forgot. Kick is 36. Okay, I'm holding my camera in my hand, so I'm not actually going to play drums, but let's go over a quick demo. As you can see, I can scroll down with Tom 2, scroll up with Tom 1, I can select with Tom 3, I can go back with the snare. Oops, I believe these ones lead to other functions, but I kind of forget. Let's just go to training. Actually, let's go to play now. Select a song, click play. I love this song. I'm gonna set it to Pro Drums, and yeah, everything works great. Let me just show you really quick. Yep. Oh. So that's all there is to it. I put together a diagram of what the setup should look like, just for reference if you don't want to rewatch the whole video. It's pretty straightforward as long as you have the proper components. Thanks again for watching this. I really just wanted to document this process in case there's anyone else out there who, like me, wanted to revisit the drumming aspect of Rock Band without searching for parts that are pretty much no longer available or spending hundreds of dollars buying those parts. This video definitely evolved from just trying out this Reddit hack into showing my full setup, so I hope the final product makes sense. One last tip, if you want to save money on this and you don't already have an electronic drum on hand, I'd recommend looking on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist for a used MIDI-compatible kit. I hardly use my drum kit until I put this together, and I'm sure there are lots of other folks who are similar. And now I use it almost every week, so I'd recommend checking those out first. If you like this content, I'm sure I can find other projects to work on, hopefully on a better schedule. This took way longer for me to get to making than I meant to. Thanks for watching.